This is Scotty Reed for Black Talk Radio News. And I came across a post on Facebook by the Tea Party. And this is I guess, the origin of the post. I went to their website. And it's saying that the president is playing politics with lost children, shuts down Amber Alert websites. Now, besides the fact that Republicans trying to defund the Affordable Care Act is the reason for the shutdown, and the Republicans in the House of Representatives want to then offer this piecemeal approach to funding the government. Ultimately, the government shutdown, it was initiated by the Republicans who refused to bring a clean bill to fund the government to a vote in the House. If there's not enough votes to pass it, then it doesn't pass. But if there is enough votes to pass it, which is what they're really afraid of, then it'll pass. Isn't that how democracy is supposed to work? I've heard Republicans in the past always talk about, someone deserving a up and down vote. Well, the Affordable Care Act, a clean bill as presented by the Senate deserves a up and down. But this headline, it just really got to me. And I'm not a partisan guy. Okay, let's get that out there first and foremost. I don't play the partisan game. But this post that I saw originally on Facebook says Obama's playing politics with lost children, shuts down Amber Alert website. And I just can't help but see the hypocrisy in this. Their big messages about trimming government, reducing government spending. And, I posted on that thread that was on Facebook. And of course, I got attacked by these Tea Party mindless drones. And, a person asked me, well, have you ever been affected by a missing child? And I was like, well, no, I have not. Because when my children were young, when they're grown with children of their own now, I didn't let them out of my sight. Going out to the grocery store, wherever. Never turned my back on my children. Okay, didn't allow them to play in the yard by themselves. Didn't allow them to ride their bikes in the street without me being with them. There are just certain precautions. Not even letting them play in the yard without keeping a watchful eye over them. So no, fortunately, I have not had to deal with a missing child, but that has nothing to do with it. Okay, but you want to say that he's playing politics with lost children when really it is the Tea Party that is playing politics with lost children. Now, we know their message, their big messages, again, less government spending, let's trim the government. We don't need big government. Well, you know what? I gave them an example of what the black community did when we were concerned that mainstream media did not give enough coverage to missing children. And so here's a couple of websites, and these websites were done. This is the Amber Alert site, but these websites were done without government funding. Okay, it's funded by donations from the people. The Black and Missing Foundation is one that I've worked with in the past, and both of these, we share their post about missing children on Facebook. Here's Peas in Their Pods. They've been active for a number of years, and they're using a free blogger site. All right, and so people take the time to gather these stories from local newspapers from around the country on missing children, and then disseminate it through their networks, through Twitter. We always retweet them. They even created their own alert. You got the Amber Alert. Well, the Ryler Alert is named after a child. Okay, it's named after a child that went missing, and the mainstream media didn't really give the case a lot of coverage. And so here is an example of citizens not looking for government to fund everything and taking it upon themselves to create their own networks. And, I asked the question, since when did the Tea Party really care about children? I don't see a link on their website to Amber Alerts. I don't see it, only when they're criticizing the president. And I criticize the president often on many things, but this is not one of them. This is not one of them, because the Amber Alerts never stop. If you had signed up for them to get it through your cell phone, those kept going out. The messages that you get on the digital displays on the highways, those still kept going out. And so I think it is the Tea Party that's playing politics with the Amber Alerts. Again, they never stopped. The website was down, but it never stopped. Now, again, since when do these people care about children? Again, there's no link to any Amber Alerts or anything like that in their website. And let's do a Google search right quick. Did the Tea Party say has they raised the issue of WIC being, because Rush Limbaugh just days ago, let's pull it up, Rush Limbaugh and WIC. I think Media Matters did a post on what he said. Let's see if we can pull, yeah. Here you got Rush Limbaugh mocking the women, infants, I forget the name, whatever it stands for, WIC. All right, it's women, infants, and maybe children. I'm not sure, but you got Rush Limbaugh mocking WIC recipients affected by the shutdown, saying that they can't afford the nutrition, but they can afford to have babies. Now, did the Tea Party call Rush Limbaugh out on that? Did they raise an issue with people who follow them on their network about, we need to fund WIC? We can't let these children go hungry and starve. These people are a joke. All right. And I see clearly, and I hope you can too, see clearly through their partisan politics that they're playing here with children. It just really, I don't see them saying anything about the cuts to food assistance. And I highly suspect that many of them, because most of the people that's on food assistance are in these quote unquote red states. Lots of poor people in these red states that are on WIC. The Associated Press issued a report that showed that 4 out of 5 American adults are living in poverty. In case you doubt what I'm saying, let's go back to Google. All right. 4 out of 5 American adults in poverty. These are people relying on food assistance. Here it is right here. Here's a report, and we reported on this back in whenever it came out back in July. 4 out of 5 Americans start struggling with joblessness or poverty, but yet the Republicans and the Democrats, again, I'm not a partisan guy, had no problem with cutting food assistance, the SNAP program. And so, again, don't buy into the hype as if the Tea Party actually cares about children, because they don't. And, it's contradictory to their message of less government and cutting funding, because obviously, as the black community has shown, you don't need the government to issue alerts for missing children. This is Scotty Reed, Black Talk Radio News. I'm out.